Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of EDU600 Research Methods and Techniques. I hope you're doing well and preparing for the big snow, ice, whatever it might be, storm we have coming in tonight into, who knows, maybe even Monday. So without further ado, let's get right to the materials at hand. I want to make sure that everybody gets this before we potentially lose power. I live in Topsom, and Topsom, Brunswick area seems to be almost the bullseye for people losing power in the state. So I want to make sure the materials are released and everybody at least has a snapshot of what it is that we're going to be doing this week. And I also want to mention an optional Zoom meeting that we have coming up on Tuesday, this Tuesday, February 18th at 7:15. So, Module 5 starts on Monday. Actually, it starts on Tuesday because Monday is President's Day. It is a holiday for USM. But you're all adult learners. If you want to work on school stuff on Monday, that's fine with me. It's entirely up to you. So in week number 5, or module 5, we're going from the qualitative realm, the qualitative models of research, to quantitative. Quantitative, simply put, looks at, well, contrasting it to qualitative. Qualitative, the data for qualitatives could be words, ideas, themes, etc. The data for quantitative designs is numbers. So this is if you get a survey at home and they're, ask you 10 questions and they have a scale that you're going to use. It could be a 5-point scale or a 7-point Likert scale, where you see the results from that. How do you like your new Buick that you own? And you give it a 5 out of 5. And, really, they send that out to thousands of people or hundreds, and then they do the data analysis, and so you get the result saying 4.3% of the people would recommend this particular car. That's quantitative research. So we're going to get into a little bit this week introduction, and what I'd like you to do is please read all of the information that's in here. I'll get right to really what it is I'd like you to do this week. I'd like you to read Chapter 6, Introduction to Descriptive Statistics. And we're going to circle back to a lot of these topics. So please, don't feel like you have to study everything this week. We will keep on revisiting these subjects for the next really 3 weeks. There's a couple of kind of pressing items that have to be done assignment-wise, and this week one of them is your first assignment in this course. It is a critique. We'll talk more about that. So read Chapter 6, Chapter 7, watch the videos. Now, I do want to stress this. The discussion forum, including participating in the discussion forum, is optional. I would prefer, you can participate if you want, but I'd prefer you to spend the time on your assignment, which is due next Sunday. And I'll have more information on that as we move forward. Couple of things. The article capture 1, which is really you sending me 3 articles on your subject. And I will have comments on what you submitted to me as far as your topic. I will have those in the next couple of days. I am behind, and I do apologize. It was the flu hit our house, and also my wife had a little more extensive surgery on her face this week, which she's okay, but it just kind of added to life's demands, so to speak. But she's doing okay at this point. So, okay. So let's get to the materials. Let me keep on moving down. Take a look at the videos. You do not have to participate in the discussion forum. I will not give any extra credit, or I will not deduct any points for it. So please, the article capture isn't till March. I'll talk about that next weekend in a little more detail. And the assignment, the critique of the qualitative article, which is due next Sunday. And if you do need an extra day or so, please let me know. What this is we had 3 different groups in the course, and everybody took the lead in one of the sections, and in each one of those sections, you wrote out, you critiqued that particular part of the article. Every group had the same article. If you were part of, whatever group you were, you participated as a group to discuss this article. That is the same article that you are going to be writing your paper on. As I said it initially, when you work as group work, you'll have an opportunity to really just almost practice the components and learn about each one of the components of this particular assignment. And once again, I'll have information coming up in the optional Zoom meeting that we have coming up on Tuesday. This is a 1,000 to 1,200 word critique on the article that you wrote. And once again, I'll circle back to that. Here are the headings that are to be used. And there's information online. There's also information below. But what I really want to stress right now, on Tuesday, February 18th at 7:15, there's an optional Zoom meeting. It'd be great if you can attend, but if not, don't worry, I'll record it. I will go over this assignment in more detail in that Zoom meeting. If you can make it, that's fabulous. If you can't, once again, don't worry too much about it. So let me hit this button so we update that. The videos, and I'll show you what's involved. Here's the invite to the optional Zoom meeting. And there's a couple of things I plan on talking about. One is the critique, your qualitative critique, which is due on the 24th, and then the article capture assignment coming up after that. Week 5 discussion, optional. I can't stress this enough. I know the first assignment, especially the first critique, seems to be, it produces certainly anxiety because it's an assignment. It's the first one. And we're still getting to know qualitative research. This week we go into quantitative research. So I stress optional discussion topic. Qualitative critique. Once again, this is, you are going to write a critique. Basically take all of the components that you discussed 2 weeks ago as a group, and you will put them into a concise paper. And all of the information is in here, but once again, I'll talk about this in the optional Zoom meeting. And that is it. Now, while I have everybody here, I just want to circle back to something. So as you can see on the screen, I went back to week number 3. These are the groups that everybody participated in. We had group A, B, and C. Everybody read the same article, and I will just give you an idea of really what I'm looking for in this in the qualitative critique that is due on the 24th. Everybody here had their own component. Just to give you an idea, Casey was in charge of the sampling. Your paper that you're writing is, first of all, it's written in your own. You can't copy and paste. Somebody can't go in and just copy everything that Casey did and dump it into their own paper. This is not a group assignment. It's an individual assignment where you are critiquing the article. I encourage you to go back and see what everybody said about each one of these sections, but these are the headings that you're going to be using. And to give you just an idea, these are the headings in the paper. Couple of things that I will stress out of the chute. Cover page. I really enjoy, and I would prefer everybody use an APA formatted cover page, and you have a reference page. The reference page, You will at varying least have one reference to the actual article, but you may have more references, including something to the textbook on how you do the analysis or whatever it might be. So once again, if you were, part of Group A, you read the article, everybody read the same article. So more detail on this coming up in the Zoom meeting. So I'm going to leave it at that. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to read the materials, read the specifics about what's involved with the assignment. Bring your questions to the optional Zoom meeting on Tuesday. And if you can't make it, I'll record it. And if you want to have a separate Zoom with me, we can arrange that this week. So, a lot of materials. Stay well, everybody. Stay safe through the storm, and I'll see everybody online. Bye.